are the 8 kitchen staples that I don't buy anymore from the supermarket since I have my Thermomix. Vegetable stock made with real vegetables. Ice cream or sorbet made with real fruits. Mayonnaise made with egg and olive oil. Ketchup made with real tomatoes and herbs and spices. Vanilla sugar made with the leftover vanilla pod. Butter made with leftover cream, and the byproduct of the butter is buttermilk, which I'll use in baking. Buckwheat flour made from buckwheat grains. You could make the flour for any grains, whole grains that you have at home. Let me show you how I did all of this. This is my buddy who helped me to do it. Hi, I'm Cosmina, I'm Thermomix advisor in Dubai, and today I would like to share with you the things that I'm not buying anymore since I got my Thermomix. Buckwheat flour made with buckwheat. I love it because I don't have to store it as buckwheat, as a grain, and flour, and it's 30% cheaper than if I would go to the supermarket to buy it as such. And I have 42 recipes where to choose from in cookie dough, and the one that I really do a lot is artisan bread based on buckwheat and other cereals. So let's get started. Start cooking my recipe from cookie dough. I need to weigh 9 ounces, which is approximately 250 grams. Literally, I'll just place it inside the bowl. Next, I'll insert my measuring cup into the lid, but as a tip, I placed a kitchen towel so the flour from the buckwheat doesn't invade our kitchen and creates a cloud over the machine and all our kitchen. And then I will just go to speed 10 for 1 minute. From your raw grains, fresh wheat flour or buckwheat, pearl barley, or any grain that you would like to use in just 1 minute. So now you could use this in any of the 42 recipes found on cookie dough, such as breads, snacks, desserts, breakfast dishes. Vanilla sugar made of leftover vanilla pod. For baking, I use a lot in my kitchen vanilla pods. We all know that what we use are only the seeds that are inside. I don't really like wasting, and it's hurtful to throw the pod itself. We all know that it's a very expensive item that we buy from the supermarket. So I find a way how to use it by making my own vanilla sugar. I found my recipe on cookie dough. I'll just follow the instructions on the screen. I placed in the jar with the screw top the sugar. In the sugar, I've added 1 pod cut in pieces. Close the jar, shake it well, and now we'll leave it to rest for 2 to 3 days. Because I've already done that, I'll continue my recipe. I'll place the contents of the jar in the bowl. And we blend it at speed 10 for 20 seconds. And my sugar is ready in 20 seconds. And I did not waste my bean. There are over 1000 recipes where you can use vanilla sugar on cookie dough, like desserts, baking, drinks, baby food, you name it is there. Vegetable stock made with real vegetables. So let's cook now vegetable stock. I use it in almost all the dishes I cook at home. Maybe not in baking, but definitely all my soups, stews, curries, pastas, risottos, all of them have the beautiful enhancer of taste, of amazing ingredients that the vegetable made at home stock paste bring up. Now, just to say that the small little cubes that we buy from the supermarket have all kinds of additives and preservatives, sugar, salt, and stuff that we don't want and we don't need to have in our diet. It's so easy to make it with the Thermomix. It's literally just chopping up the vegetables, and they will go one by one in the Thermomix bowl, and the Thermomix will take care of it. The recipe is there. It's the first recipe I've ever done since I had my Thermomix, and since then it's not missing from my freezer. Let's get started. Start my recipe. So I need 200 grams of celery, 2 carrots, which I have a big one. So I said it's enough for 2. 1 brown onion, which is cut in half. 1 fresh tomato, which is cut in half. I advise you to get this kind of tomato, which I think is, I don't remember exactly the design, but the seeds to flesh inside, it's the percentage of seed is much less compared to the flesh, so it's much juicier, gives much more taste. 1 zucchini cut in cubes. 2 garlic cloves, they are somewhere here. 1 bay leaf. So let's place the vegetables first, and then we'll go with the herbs. Coming back, I need to cut my carrot. We can't place the carrot like this in the Thermomix, has to be cubes. My onion should be quartered. Oops, she's running away. Find some brown beets here, which I'm gonna remove. Let's go with the leaves. Bay leaf, basil, sage, rosemary, and parsley are all here. I'll place my lid with my measuring cup and blend for 10 seconds, speed 6. 1 tablespoon of olive oil, which is about 10 grams. And now I'll place the simmering basket. I need to cook for 20 minutes. So it's been cooking for 20 minutes. I'll remove the basket with my spatula, which has a specific hook that goes in a specific hole, and remove it as such. So I protect myself from the heat that was coming from the bowl, and my basket is hot down here. And I'll place my measuring cup. Now blend it at speed 5 starting, incrementing up to 9 in 1 minute time. It's ready. Carefully remove your lid, and all the time have a habit of placing it facing up, so you don't have to clean your counter. This is my stock. Now I'll use the same lid to place it in my jar, so I don't have to clean the counter. The remaining part, I'll place it in a container, let it cool down, and freeze it for later use. See you in the next recipe. Ketchup made with real tomatoes. So let's make ketchup. We all know that the supermarket ketchup is full of additives and sugar. So let's make our own with just vegetables and herbs and spices at home. And because my recipe has chili and I have 2 small kids, I'll skip the chili part. Let's start it. I'm gonna add 1 kilo of plum tomatoes. I picked them because they have very little seeds, but they have a very thick part with flesh, this is very juicy and tasty. 100 grams of red bell pepper cut in pieces, red onion 130 grams cut in half, 2 garlic cloves, and white wine. But because my tomato is already acid, I'll just place water. As you can see, my Thermomix can weigh all these ingredients. Just to make it a little bit faster for the purpose of the video, I've already weighed it all, and it's all in a bowl. So now I'm at the step of blending, and I'm just adding all the ingredients. So I'll place my lid with my measuring cup. Next step is to cook them for 40 minutes at 120 degrees and speed 2. I forgot to put my water, that's fine, I'll adjust it in now. Ketchup has been cooking for 40 minutes. Let's go to the next steps. I'll remove my basket and we need to add 1 pinch of nutmeg, very little, half teaspoon mustard seeds, 10 black peppercorns, 1 bay leaf, paprika. It's asking for hot paprika, I'll place sweet. Pinch of cayenne pepper, I'll skip it. 1 teaspoon salt, 5 grams. Dark sugar, I have raw sugar, and we'll continue cooking it for another 15 minutes. Let's go see what is next. Remove simmering basket, insert measuring cup, and blend 1 minute speed 6 and gradually increase to speed 10. Your own ketchup. Ready to store, just like this. So if you want to hide for your very picky kids some vegetables like zucchini, I would even say cauliflower, when it's cooking for the 40 minutes, when you place the cut tomatoes, add also those vegetables. I am 100% sure they will not know that is hiding inside there. It's delicious. As another tip, it just came into my mind, instead of the 100 grams of sugar, you could use dates. Mayonnaise, made with real egg. We all use mayo at home in many dishes, and it's so easy to buy it from the supermarket, but we never look behind on the label what it contains. So I just want to make it at home with the real thing. Even mustard, if I want, I can make it with my Thermomix, but that in another video. Let's make the mayo. So I found my recipe on the cookie dough, and I will follow step by step. Place a jug on the mixing bowl and weigh. The recipe is requiring sunflower oil. I have found this light olive oil and I will use it today, which it's better for me. I prefer it more than the sunflower oil, which I would use only if it's organic. Otherwise it's GMO modified and I don't ever buy it. I'll measure the 250 grams. So precise, right? Next, set aside. Place an egg in the mixing bowl. Never crack your egg on the edge of the bowl. You will affect your scale, which is the legs of the Thermomix. Full egg goes in. 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. I've measured it already because I didn't want to go wrong. This is 5 grams. I went here on the option of the scale and I've squeezed the lemon, just 5 grams. Okay? 2 teaspoons of mustard, which is also 10 grams. So now my Thermomix gives me the option to weigh it. So I'll place my 10 grams. Pinch of ground black pepper. It's optional. If you don't like it, don't add it. Half teaspoon of salt, I've already measured, is 2 grams. I'll place my lid with the measuring cup on top and turn speed selector to speed 4. Meanwhile, follow the next step. To go on for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Slowly, I will pour the oil on the rim of the lid and I will turn my measuring cup because the oil will pour in to the front part. Mayonnaise is ready. Can you believe it? Here is it. How easy was that? For long-term storage, place it in a jar with this lid that you can screw or in a container that you can airtight it. Butter and buttermilk. made with real cream. Let's make butter now. I use a lot the butter at home in my own baking, but also my kids love it on their slice of bread. So I prefer to make it at home nice and fresh and not shop bought. And many times at the supermarket we all find good offers on cream, and that's how I make my butter to be cheaper than if I would have bought the cream at full price. So let's start the recipe. It's easy to find it on Cookie Dough. Start cooking. Insert the butterfly. Butterfly is this accessory. Just sits on top of the plate. Make sure, if you want to test that the butterfly is hooked properly, you should not be able to pull it easily. You have to be able to hold the ball by holding from the butterfly and it stays suspended. That is how you make sure that it's hooked. 600 grams of cream. When you make butter, ideally is that the cream is 35% fat at least. The concentrate of fat usually is mentioned on the package. Make sure that your cream is cold. Use your spatula from the Thermomix to collect all the fat from around the container. Insert my measuring cup. I'm going to find my measuring cup. Found it. Seems like I need to buy more of this. Let's go next. 1 minute, speed 4. That's how long it's going to take for our butter to be ready. Let's check our butter. It's still not butter yet, but looks like a very nice whipped cream. So I'll just continue whipping it. I'll close my lid, go back, come back, and turn it on again. Next step, we'll remove the butterfly. Next, we'll place 500 grams of chilled water, which I have with some ice. Pick up all this ice because this ice will get blended into the butter. So we don't want to add water into the butter. We just want to wash the leftover buttermilk in the butter. So we don't want the ice in the water. There are no more in my hands. We'll add the butter back carefully so you don't get splattered. And for 5 seconds I'll blend it to speed 4. So now we'll just have to shape it. On the Thermomix screen you have a video showing you how to do it with a wrapping foil. Since I don't own the wrapping foil, I am not going to buy just for the butter. I'm going to use baking paper. Now let's form it. You can make a block, a roll, anything you wish. There is more water that is going to come out of it from the one that we've used to wash the butter. So get ready on your counter for this. Okay, I managed. I'll try and make it as nice and pretty, whichever shape you want. If you want to split it in two, to 1/2 freeze and 1 cup have it fresh in the fridge. There's some more water. The baking paper nowadays is holding well the humidity. See, I'm managing to use it instead of wrapping foil. Even for curiosity, from using 600 grams of cream, you could try and see how much butter we have. From this point, you could also split it either half or as much as you wish and make it as a flavored butter. Herbs, spices, it's totally up to you how you want to play with it. Let's try our scale and see how much butter we made. 476 grams of butter out of 600 grams of cream. Sorbet made of real fruits. Let's make some beautiful, delicious sorbet. I've picked a recipe which I don't have all the ingredients, but I want to show you that you can still make it. So my recipe is beetroot and berry sorbet. I love beetroots, I always have them at home, but not now. So let's cook it without having the beetroot. 30 grams of beetroot juice, chilled. I don't have it, I'll just skip it. 25 grams of raspberries. I have a mixed berries frozen and that's what I'm gonna use. I've already pre-measured them, but you can also see that my Thermomix is measuring. One berry, naughty, wants to escape. 60 grams of ice cubes. I don't have, so I'll just work with what I have. 1 tablespoon of agave syrup. Again, I don't have, and I will use honey. You could use also maple syrup instead of the agave. Because I know my berries are mostly bitter ones, I'll put 2. Why not? When you don't cook the honey, all the goodness of it stays in the recipe. Let's blend it for 5 seconds at speed 10. Can you believe it is done? Let's see it. I'll scrape down the sides so I can blend it again. Never bang your spatula on the rim of the bowl. You'll affect your scale, which is the legs of the machine. I'll place the lid again and go next. 30 seconds, speed 6. Guess what? I'll have to go inside with the spatula to help it a little bit. The amount of berries is too little, and that's why it cannot continue. So I'll just go again and scrape it down. Wonder if I can check it. Yeah, nothing is moving. I'll go bring some more berries. Maybe I'll keep some for later. So here I have strawberry and banana mix. I will add up to my berries because they don't move. It's too little. How much it is? I don't know, about 300 grams maybe. In this case, does not have to be exact. It's as if I would cook manually. It's ready. How fast was this? My kids love this. I always have it in my freezer. They actually serve themselves lollipops made just like this. If I just have ripe bananas at home, I'll freeze them overnight and do exactly what I just did. But because they are bananas, super sweet, I don't have to add the honey. And to surprise them, sometimes I throw inside some slices of fruits, so they'll find it inside, biting into the frozen fruits. And it's way much better than buying ice cream from the supermarket, which is full of preservatives and sugar. As you saw, I've just used 1 tablespoon of honey, but I didn't have to if it was a different type of fruit. So let's try it healthy. Let's get eating. I love it as much as my kids do. I have some left over here. more kitchen hacks and healthy cooking with Thermomix, subscribe to our channel. See you in our next video. Thank you for watching.